Hi, everyone. My name is Claire Langton Yanowitz, and I'm an attorney at the Yanowitz Law Firm. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to title your bank account. So I'm an attorney where I work with clients with wills, trusts, and probate in Minnesota. And I get a lot of questions about how should I title my bank account. So there's a couple of different options when you have a bank account. The first is you can have it in your sole name. If you have it in your sole name, you might want to consider having a payable on death designation. So in the event that you die, you indicate where that account's going to go. Oftentimes, if you have a trust, you'll make your account payable on death to your trust. Or if you don't have a trust, you might make that account payable on death to certain individuals. Now, something to be mindful of is to not make this account payable on death to any minor children, because children can't inherit outright. So you never want to list children directly as a beneficiary, payable on death beneficiary. Okay, another way that you can hold an account is jointly. So most of the time when you hold it jointly, it's going to pass to the survivor. Oftentimes two spouses will own accounts together. And if one spouse dies, it's easy to take the deceased spouse's name off the account. You just got to submit a death certificate to the bank and they'll take them off the account. So that's a nice thing. If you hold it jointly, it won't trigger probate as long as the other owner is alive. Now, if you die in like a simultaneous accident with the joint owner, like husband and wife are in a car accident together, that account can trigger probate. It becomes what's called a probate account if there's no joint owner or no beneficiary. And if the cumulative value of the probate accounts of someone is greater than $75,000, you end up likely going through a court proceeding called probate. So that's something to know. You hold it jointly. In the likely event you die together, the account might trigger probate, especially if it's larger. Another way you can own your account is, I guess before, let me backtrack to joint owners. A lot of times people will say, well, shouldn't I just put my kid on as my joint owner in my account? And people, I think, do this for a couple of reasons. First of all, it makes it so that if your child needs to pay your bills during your lifetime, they already have their name on your account. And then the second is that it passes to them at your death. So it's kind of like a cheap workaround to not getting a power of attorney or a will. Now, I wanted to mention that a huge problem with adding your child as a co-owner, if it isn't their money, is they are an owner. So if something bad happens to your child, like they get sued, or maybe they go through a divorce, or even go through bankruptcy, that bank account, which is, your money and you added them on for convenience purposes, it can be treated as though that they own half of the account and your money can be taken away. It's the same problem with adding your child to your house title so that they co-own the house with you. That it can be a problem that if your child runs into issues, they get divorced, get sued, then all of a sudden your house can wind up to be part of this lawsuit or this divorce proceeding of your child. Now, a third way that you can own an account is in the name of a revocable trust. Now, this is a very effective way to avoid probate. If it's owned by your trust, it will avoid probate, absolutely. So that's very helpful. Also, if you become incapacitated, a successor trustee can take over and, start managing that account on your behalf. So that's a nice thing about putting it in your account. Now, a downside of putting it in your trust is that oftentimes in banks that will change the account number. So if you had a checking account in your individual name and then you all of a sudden put it in your trust, you all of a sudden wind up with new account numbers. So if you have automatic payments coming out of your account, then you might have to reestablish those, reestablish maybe your internet bill or your garbage bill, so that those automatic payments are being sent out of this new account with the new account number. But oftentimes that's just a one-time fix. One time you readjust all these automatic payments, and then it's a set it and forget it situation. So you just got to do it one time and then move on with your life. Thanks so much for watching today. If you have other ideas or things that you would like me to create videos about, feel free to post in the comments or send me a message. Thank you.